On today's episode, Dan and Manny go head-to-head in this lightning round versus of desk, objects, or toys. What the
Smeel
is that? Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test, the Nostalgia Test. How do we start it?
I'll go.
All right, just do it.
All right, we're here. All right.
We've been away too long.
It's been so long. It's weird, man. This every 2 weeks, I forget how we actually get started here.
Yeah.
I know that you have the little intro drop. So, but listen.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Nostalgia Test Podcast. I'm here with my longtime friend who's living in L.A. He's over there earlier than me.
I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch.
We're time traveling right now.
Doing
Dan,
it.
what is up?
Dude, I don't know. Like, I think you're right. This every other week thing is both good, but I'm like totally forgetting how to do stuff. And then we just, before this even started, we literally had a half-hour breakdown of like what's going on with the sound, what's going on with the microphones. I can't hear myself. It's insane.
I know. We were like, we have to start. We have to start at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's now 9:30, whatever. We're breaking the fourth wall here.
Oh,
people
God.
are listening to this. Anyways, guys, if this is the first time you're here, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Dan's going to do some drops throughout the day of explaining how you... Oh, the day. The episode of how you could find us and suggest a test and blah, blah, blah.
Make sure to subscribe for new episodes. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Nostalgia Test and on Twitter at Nostalgia Test. Come to the website, sign up for the email, suggest a test, and the website address is thenostalgiatest.com, or go old school and email us at thenostalgiatest@gmail.com.
But we just want to tell you that the new season is going to get weird, and today's is a weird one.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, why I thought about this, Dan.
I don't know.
I call them desk toys.
Yeah.
Not that I had a desk really. I guess they why do kids have desks?
I don't know. And then I have a desk now as an adult, and then I have a desk in my office, and then you have this big space, and it's just like, well, I got to put something on it.
You got to fill it up with a trinket,
yeah,
a toy. They call them toys. Some people call them fidget toys now.
Trinkets, things to stare at. I don't know.
Feel like it's
objects,
just things to spend money on.
Yeah.
Without these things, you wouldn't have world imports.
No.
You wouldn't have Spencer's Toys.
No.
You wouldn't have the South Street Seaport.
No. Oh my God! You'd have to get rid. You'd have to get rid of aisles and aisles of TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods. No. Like, you could then condense all three stores into one, because you wouldn't have all these things that just like fill up your desk with.
Like nothing we're about to talk about is necessary.
It means nothing, but that's what's great. I mean, even when I'm thinking about the episode that's already out, that's been out since we dropped this episode, that Mentos episode, it's just the weirdest episode ever. Please check it out, episode 60, I believe.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. There you go. Boom.
And the website address is thenostalgiatest.com.
But I like it. I think I was getting ready for this list, and I think here's the thing. Like, Manny and I we talked about how we're gonna do this. It's like we both chose three things that
We didn't speak to each other about them either.
No, not at all.
We could have like a duplicate. What happens if there's a duplicate?
Oh, then we have to. I don't know. I think we just go
we have
for
to
it.
Just on the fly come up with something else.
Yeah. Why not?
Because this list could go on forever.
Yeah.
Because it's funny because I'm thinking about stuff that's been around.
Yeah.
And some of it's still around now, but they've updated it, right? And then I looked it up, and when you type in office toys, The new office toys are getting crazy.
Dude, I got lost in a hole of it before, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just choosing the shit around me and some of the things that I know. And some
You
things
have
that,
some of this stuff?
well, I have things that are on my desk that I don't know why I have. It's there, and it's part of my desk. So I'm thinking of it as that. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
Okay.
it can be anything, right? And because it doesn't really serve a function, but it's something that I purchased or I have that I've then added to my desk. That's how I saw
it could be
this.
like a paperweight.
Or
something.
something that has a function but doesn't really have a function. I think of them as decorative, and then these desk objects or toys or whatever you want to call them. And then also I have in my head, though, I was thinking of like, this is an honorable mention that I have in my head, or
Me too.
two things that I think like are that I just need to talk about, or at least one. But we each chose 3. We came up with a lightning round like verses, and I don't know how this episode is gonna go. There's no logic to it, which is what makes it beautiful. And it's not a Rocky episode, so yeah. There we go. I feel like we're gonna constantly say that.
This is not a Rocky episode.
Throw in the towel.
Yes.
Throw in the damn
All right.
towel.
So this is how I'm gonna do it. I say I want to go first because I think mine's one of the classics.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Here we go.
I'm gonna share the screen. There it is.
Oh God. Dude,
I am
I
talking.
don't even know what the fuck this is called.
This thing is called Newton's Cradle.
Right.
So what this is, ladies and gentlemen, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is it? 5 balls?
It's five
balls that are on strings, and when you first get it, you do one ball, and it hits the other ball at the end, and it goes back and forth, and then you start getting crazy and do 2 or 3, and it goes back and forth, and you just watch these balls bang into each other, banging back and forth,
dude,
and you hear tick 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 tick. All right, now that to me is the most classic desk waste of space. That's not even a paperweight, Dan.
No.
This thing is, I'm bored. Okay, before iPhones, this is why I think desk toys in general may only be nostalgic, because before iPhones, before smartphones.
This is the Manny Quillo repeat.
At least with this one, you waste your time. Like, I'm stressed out at work. I'm going to hit this ball. 5 balls?
It's five
balls. This thing's going to go back and forth. There's science and physics involved. I think it's physics, right? Right?
You're asking the wrong person. I have no idea.
5 balls?
It's five
balls. So this thing goes back and forth. I remember this. The first time I remember seeing this is my dad had an office in the 80s that I used to go and raid all the time. All the bosses in the office, which shows my dad, my grandfather, and my uncle had this on their desk. So it was almost like a must-have 80s stupid desk thing.
Dude, I'm trying to figure out what that is, because like I've seen it 1,000 times and it never looks different. It's always the same. It's like they've
changed it. They've made them like glow in the dark now.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's like they make everything glow in the dark. I feel like that's the go-to change. It's like glow in the dark, cool.
Yeah.
But it's like 2 balls or 1 ball you can swing, and then you watch it and then it clacks together. It's like clack, 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 right?
Yep.
And this guy's doing 3 now. That's really cool. Great. But like, I even think the video you're showing me is too long for this. Like, how do they have a minute to show of this whole thing?
Because what I'm saying is, like, this is just something to look at. You're watching science at work. But like, you're watching energy transfer from one ball all the way through the other balls to the last ball. It goes up. That ball swings back. You're basically in a science 101.
Okay, so this is what I want to know. What do you then, like, how long does this keep you occupied?
Back in the day?
Yeah.
A long time.
Really?
I'm thinking at least 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah. Oh, this one. Look at this guy.
What the hell is that?
This is like...
This is
this is what happens. You have to upgrade.
But see,
This guy upgraded his shit.
this no longer can go on your desk. Like this becomes your desk. Like this is too big.
This guy's just doing more science projects. We're watching Bill Nye right now.
What are they doing?
So this is just.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay,
yeah,
I
you
need
can't
to
have
stop.
that in your
This is
office.
something
Like,
Newton's Cradle is different. It's a classic.
Yeah.
It's like I said before, smartphones.
Yeah.
It's something that you listen. It makes a noise. First of all,
Oh.
it's visually. I don't want to say. I guess it was visually pleasing, especially in the '80s. Very sleek, very modern. Five balls.
It's five balls.
I guess if you did a lot of coke, you just watch it. I don't know.
so, Manny, if we're sitting there looking at it going to the test, dude, should I show you mine and then we put them up against each other?
Yeah, we put it against it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen now, and I'm going to wait first. Before I do that, I want to start the video so that it's playing while you're, while we're waiting. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
And share.
You chose this one?
The original drinking bird.
Smeal.
Drinking bird.
People, if you don't know what this is, you're missing out on life. This is I guess what looks like a crystal meth pipe that's connected to like this thing that has a bird head. And then it's actually someone working while they're watching this, and it just dips its head because this liquid keeps like going up, and then it weighs. And we're gonna have all these links in there, but then the head goes into a glass and it dips in, and then it just continues to do that. That's all it is.
It just does that. So basically, this is like a Metrodome, but like decorated, right?
Well, it doesn't make a sound. I know that it doesn't make a sound. It just like does here. Let's play it again.
Yeah,
there it is. The original drinking bird.
So suction is taking the liquid up. Five balls?
It's five
balls.
Yeah.
And then the eventually the liquid goes further enough away up there. So this is another science project, right?
These are
You tip the head, which starts the suction of you getting the liquid up, and then once it goes all the way, the bird goes. The filthy bird tip
goes
drinks
into your water.
Five balls.
It's five balls. Now, when I was a kid, I always thought like it actually absorbed water or drank it. But now as an adult, I'm like, wow, I was a pretty dumb kid. It was some liquid that was going up, and it just like went back down like air bubbles or something, however it works.
So what happens if the cup is not there?
I don't think anything. I think it does. I think it will just continue. Further. I think it will just continue to do that. Yeah.
So again, this is just like an engineering science marvel. You're just watching science, but in a stupid trinket type of way.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to do versus, and then I want to do does it pass the test anyway? All right. So what do you think? Which one's wins on this one? Which is what if you had to buy each one of these, which one would you put on your desk?
Okay. I'm picking the Newton's Cradle over the drinking bird.
The drinking bird is stupid. First of all, it looks cheap.
Yeah, it looks really like
it looks like it's going to break in 5 seconds.
It probably did.
And why do I need a bird to dip into my drink?
You would have to have an extra mug. So you would have a mug of your own drink, and then you'd have this extra mug for no reason with water that...
It doesn't even have to have water in it.
No, it's just going to attract mosquitoes if you just have water in there just sitting.
Yeah, Newton's Cradle it beats that.
Yeah, Newton's Cradle definitely beats the drinking bird. So now let's say...
So that means Newton's Cradle, the drinking bird's not even nostalgic.
No, I would say it's...
like, I don't even remember that thing.
No, I would say the Newton's Cradle... I would say the drinking bird is flash bad.
Flashback. Yeah, I think I would say that.
It's terrible. That's a dumb thing. Please, if anyone has it, I urge you to just get rid of it. That
was terrible.
It's dirty. It's gross.
It's gross. It's gross.
It's beer pong gross.
It is. Yeah.
Dude,
it's gross.
One day we have to put beer pong to the test because there needs to be a gigantic talk about that game.
Yes.
Okay, so Newton's Cradle, does it pass the nostalgia test, Manny?
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
Because I am very fidgety, right?
Yeah.
like I have ADD, undiagnosed, self-diagnosed ADD.
Welcome to the club.
I think I'd much rather like, yeah, I guess. No, I think, man, I'm gonna. Shit. I gotta answer. It passes the test.
It passes the test.
Oh,
Yeah, I think.
Wow.
I don't think it's gonna keep you. I think you know what it will do. It'll bring you focused again because you'll be like, "This is stupid. Let me get back to work." But I do think it's gonna the things are gonna get tangled and you're gonna throw it out, and it's a waste of a product. But
yeah,
I don't know. So then, does it really pass? I guess it doesn't. I guess you're right.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't pass. No. I would have to say it's nostalgic. I mean, it's nostalgic. It's definitely nostalgic. But I don't, because like I think I would end up breaking it because like I would try to like lift the ball so high and be like, all right, let's see what happens when it hits it really hard.
5 balls.
It's five balls. And then I'd be like, now it's broken. And that would be the end of that, you know. So I think it's nostalgic because because it's something that's really interesting. But I don't think I can't pass the test. Like no way.
Okay, it doesn't. I agree.
But it beats out the drinking bird most definitely.
Definitely, but I think we should keep that one to see if it beats out the other ones.
The drinking bird?
No.
Oh,
I think even though it stays nostalgic, it's still on the board.
So see if it beats out the other ones out. Oh, okay, it's a good idea. On the people, if you're listening to this is the Nostalgia Test podcast happening like in real time. I mean, we are making this episode up as we go along, man.
So, guys, if you like Nostalgia Test podcast, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe and like.
Follow us on all social media outlets that you can find us and where you can get podcasts: Podbean, Spotify, Apple.
Manny, what do you have next for your desk object? The most exciting episode ever.
This one I can't tell what this thing is called.
Okay.
Let you go next because I'm still trying to pull it up.
Okay, I have something that's like literally just an object that I have sometimes on my desk or like in my house, but it's something that I have on a desk that I would put on my desk if I had another one. So I'm thinking of this as like a desk object. It's something that I will put on my desk as decorative, and it's an hourglass. Just decorative.
It's an hourglass? Oh, yeah. Yes. Dude, no, this is funny because hourglass is, like just obviously like a watch.
Yeah.
An hourglass only does one thing. We have stopwatches and stuff, but as like a nice looking thing, for some reason, an hourglass is sexy, man.
Yeah.
I have to go get her wipe.
It's just so like...
It's nice.
Yeah.
This thing is classic. Forget about nostalgic. This thing is classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hourglasses are just cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need one.
No.
What do you need an hourglass for?
You don't.
The only time you really see hourglasses are like timers in a board game, and it's like only like 1 minute class.
And that's when they don't even call them hourglasses. When they were in your game, they called it an egg timer.
Yeah.
So it's still an hourglass, but it's an egg timer, I guess, because it's to hard boil an egg. I don't know why they call it an egg timer, but that's when I like them. I like the idea of watching it. Like I love there's something about like staring at this, like the sand going through the hourglass. Maybe it's because I used to watch Days of Our Lives when I was a kid. And
like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
That's what it was exactly. I was like
sands through an hourglass.
So
the days of our lives, which go very slowly. If you miss a year of the show, only a week has passed. But like
sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
There's just something so awesome about like an hourglass that I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, man. I have to agree. I was looking at all the different toys that we were choosing, and I was like, I saw hourglass came up, and I was like, is that a toy? It's not a toy. It's definitely, it's like a fixture. It's like something. It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Now mine's not gonna win, but it does involve sand. It does involve sand. Here we go.
It's not gonna win.
Here we go.
Oh,
Holy nostalgia.
You see it?
yeah.
Now, I don't know what this is what it
God.
says. Do you remember this?
Yes.
This is the desktop shifting sandscape.
This
Dude.
was so weird.
Hours of fun.
Yeah.
As a child, my dad or uncle or something, I had some. I was spoiled, man. I was spoiled. We had this. Okay. And again, I remember buying all this crap at either first with my parents was at South Street Seaport. For some reason, that comes in my mind that I was with my dad, and we went to this store that had all the items that I was going to talk about on this episode. And one of these things is this thing, the desktop shifting sandscape. So if you guys don't know what it is, first of all, again, Dan will show you the link.
So crazy.
But like, it's basically a flat picture frame with sand in it and water, and it has air in it. And like you flip it, and the sand, basically sand art, every time you flip it, and it looks like you're looking at a desert that just keeps being made up every time.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Relaxing as shit.
It's so crazy. I remember these things. Like,
But how crazy is it that you chose the hourglass and then I chose this? This is kind of like the hourglass with art in it.
Yeah, this is, and it was like, it's like a screensaver before there was a screensaver.
Oh yeah.
So like, if you're like, I need a little time away from my work, and then you just like pivot to the right, and then you just flip the screen, and then you just watch like sand, and
Yeah,
it's
and
just
you know
so
back
weird.
then you didn't take a picture of it. You just watched it.
You just
And
watched
then
it.
You flipped it, and it was a new picture every time. So nobody saw what it was. It's new art every time, created by gravity. It's like, it's next level.
Yeah, this is like a really cool one, and it is weird that we both chose something with sand. That falls.
I think it's just fascinating watching sand fall.
I'm just staring at the still picture, and I'm just like,
It's like this, like looks like two mountains.
Yeah, and I'm
one at
like-
the top. It's like I'm watching Inception. Like,
yeah,
you
like
know,
I can't draw that. Like, and that's just happening by chance.
yeah. No, I like both of them, dude. I'm surprised at this one.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: what wins here?
Oh, this is so. Let's just say first. Let's just collectively say, like, do they pass the nostalgia test? I'm saying the hourglass passes. I think the hourglass passes the nostalgia test, and I'm just gonna jump right in and say the shifting sandscape. I think I'm gonna say it passes the nostalgia test. I would want one of these now.
It's funny you say that. I think the hourglass definitely passes. This one I have a little trouble with because I remember how poorly these things were made.
Oh,
And, like,
maybe
they-
I jumped the gun
unless-
on that.
Smeal.
unless they like reinforced it correctly. This thing is like it looks great on the still right now. It looks flimsy. It was like cheaply made.
Yeah.
Unless you got a really good one. Obviously, you could go to like, remember Brookstone was like the second level to like, you could, whatever you could get at World Imports, you could go to Brookstone, but Brookstone is like the better of that trinket.
Brookstone like
or
made
that-
you like feel horrible about yourself.
Yeah. You're like,
Oh
you
my
wouldn't
God, I
pay
know.
$10 at this at Marshall's. You go to Brookstone, it's like $150.
Yeah, it's just like, whoa, I don't want it for that long, but I mean, okay. It's just like, damn,
So-
bro.
You know what though? I gotta say it does pass, like, because I think this could work.
Yeah, I like
could
it.
work.
I think it could work, and I think if people put a little more thought into it, I think it could.
But I definitely think it takes too much space up on your desk, so I'm not putting it on my desk. The thing is going on like a different part of my, like, I don't know, in your living room or something. I don't know. It takes up a lot of real estate where the hourglass does not.
Yeah. It takes up a lot of space. I think they both pass. Now, which one wins in the verses?
Hourglass.
Hourglass. I'm going hourglass too. One, because of the real estate thing, like you said, on the desk, and two, it's just classic.
Because this is the thing with the hourglass. If you get a really nice looking hourglass, like
Yeah.
wood or something like that, you don't even have to turn the thing. The
No.
thing just looks freaking beautiful.
It's like a chessboard.
Oh,
You just put it out.
You just put it out. Someone get us a great hourglass.
Yeah.
All right.
But do we put it up against the Newton's Cradle now?
Yeah. Why not?
I'm going hourglass on that one.
Hourglass, me too.
Oh, so
Me
Newton's
too, bro.
Cradle. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Newton.
Smeal.
Okay, goodbye.
The
Newton.
hourglass wins.
Oh my God. All right. So
All right.
it's funny. I think I just called an audible on my last pick because like my memory's getting jogged about other things that have been on desks and I've played with and have like been fascinated with. So do you want to go first on this one?
Yeah, let me just pop it up because I changed. I had two in my mind, so I might save the one I have now as like an audible. I mean, not an audible, a honorable mention. Because I forgot my original honorable mention. Because there's so many. Hold on. Let me. Okay, I got it. Here we go. Share it. I'm going with.
No!
Yes.
Oh my God. My cousin had this thing.
Bro, I had this thing.
Oh, people.
Dude, you could still buy these things.
So, Manny, tell everyone what we're looking at here.
I guess this is called, what is this called? It's a Super Z's Outlet Classic 3-dimensional pin art board.
Yeah.
Metal silver toy for sculptors, children, adults, and learning gift.
Yeah.
Holy nostalgia.
This is a thing made of a lot of pins. You could get a big size, small size. This is kind of handheld.
Yeah.
This thing, you put your hand in the back of it, all these pins, you push them up, you put your face in it. It gets a little gross because people start like putting their mouths and stuff and you start sharing this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But and like eventually the pins will like bend and like get stuck and stuff.
And hurt you.
But yo, I remember I got pissed off at my sister one day and I threw this thing on the floor and I broke it. A lot of pins went everywhere.
Oh,
but like
Mentos, the fresh maker.
the traditional thing is your hand and then you start doing the middle finger and like this thing
That's what
is
you
very relaxing to push and like
Yeah.
adjust and stuff.
It just feels good too. It's just
It
like
feels
odd.
great.
Yeah. This thing is my cousin had one of these, and I would play with it all the time. I loved it. I didn't have one of them for myself, though. A few years ago, I saw that they were making these with plastic. And
terrible.
They suck. They don't work correctly. They don't do like there's one right there, the plastic
Yeah, I
pin
see
arts.
it.
Like it doesn't work right. With the metal one, it stays up. It moves correctly. Is it safe? I don't know. I mean, I think it's I think a lot of the things that we liked and had as a kids, like you could really hurt someone with. This thing with the face part though, you're right. It was super gross to put your face
Like
in
it would have to be just you. But like, yeah, like I mean, I had sisters, so we used to just like go back and forth and like I would put it on my side of my face, my whole face. Like this thing's like it got around. It was
like almost like silly putty in that way, where like it would take an impression of something, and it was just like, but it was metal and it was just pins, and it was.
But it was very relaxing to put on your face. Like the pins were so light. Like it was. This thing to touch was awesome.
Yeah, this was this many hours of just my hand in it, just like boom, doing it again, like.
Dude, I'm getting like the feeling of what it felt like.
Yeah.
Just talking to you about it, like how relaxing it felt.
Yeah.
And like I could spend definitely a half hour to an hour that will go by and I'd probably changed it so many times. Because it was almost like an Etch-a-Sketch, but like, you know, more 3-dimensional because you just kind of, you did something and like, you're like, oh, let me erase it and do it again. Like it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I like it. Oh man.
So what do you got?
Oh man. There's so many things in my head right now because I'm just like,
The thing is like, does this actually go on your desk or is this just something you have in your room?
See, I would put that on my desk, I think, at this point. Like, why not, right? I don't think it's something that has to, because like, here's the thing about this idea of like what goes on your desk, right? You get to choose what goes on your desk, right?
Sure.
So So like, why not, right? All right, so I'm gonna show you the one that I have for my last one, and I don't think it's probably gonna beat the thing that you did, but it's ridiculous. It's the magnetic moons and sculpture. It's star sculpture. So
What? Oh,
so what this is, it's just like a little plaque, right? A little like staging area, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Right?
yeah,
a
it's
circle
like
thing.
I guess it's a staging area. Yeah,
Staging area. But
I
that
guess it's like it's where your sculpture stands.
right. It's a sculpture stand. Oh my god.
That's what it is.
This is what happens. You go every other week. So then,
Yeah.
then it has like a pile of metal moons and stars or whatever the shapes are. It could be anything, right? And then it's just all magnetic, and you could pull them up, and you make these like magnetic sculptures out of this, this pile of metal, and it goes on your desk.
Which are awesome to touch. 5 balls.
It's five
balls.
Yeah, and
Everything is
yeah.
all about like tactile.
This is the Manny Quillo repeat.
Yeah.
And it's actually, I never had one, but I feel like I've been to offices that have had them. One of my colleagues I think had them when I was living in New York, at somewhere I was working, and I would play with it all the time. And
I mean,
it
you
was
could
just like
you could use the stage as like you could get freaking whatchamacallits,
paper clips
paper clips and just
Yeah.
like stand them on top of each other's stuff.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
right there.
Yeah. Yeah. There
There you go.
Yeah. Like best invention ever.
Like so weird. Like these are the thing about this whole thing is like people thought of these things, and they're like, yeah, it really has no function. It's just so people can waste time, and we can keep them locked in an office for as long as possible, so that they don't notice that they're even in an office. And I mean, this one is same thing. Like it's all the same, kind of idea. Like it's just
And they're very like light metal and easy to touch, not like abrasive, and
no.
like even the balls, like 5 balls.
It's five
balls. It's relaxing.
Absolutely. So that's my last one.
So
And-
does that beat? Well, first of all, I think they both are nostalgic. I would say both pass the test.
So both pass the test.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go that the pin art passes the test, but I'm thinking the magnetic thing, I'm going nostalgic on it still, because like, I mean, though it took like it would be interesting to have, I think it would just kind of, I just would just like lose interest in it pretty quickly, and then
Really?
and then I would just be like whatever, because I have other things on my desk that are pretty awesome that I think I would rather spend time with. But I
All
don't
right.
know.
So
think,
you're saying that beats? I mean, pin art beats the magnetic.
I think pin
stage.
art beats the magnetic sculptured stage thing. Because I also think there are better magnetic like desk objects now. And I think like that one is like bang. Like there are those
I don't know
floating
if
ones now.
I don't what.
Those floating ones that like, magnetic desks are like that they float.
Yeah, you could do a top.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of things. Interesting. I think magnetic stage beats the pin art because you have so many more things you could do with the magnetic stage. So how do we solve that one?
So I think this is how we're going to solve this. One, well, let's see if we put them both up against the hourglass. But what we
Hourglass wins.
so the hourglass knocks both of them out.
I feel like it does, just because, like, again, it's just a piece. It's nice to look at,
and it's clean.
And it's clean.
You're not putting it on your face
Yeah,
or
because
your
the
hands.
magnets, like when you don't have the magnets like set up like a sculpture, you're just like, it's just a bunch of things.
It's just a pile
laying flat.
Yeah. And so like I feel like the hourglass wins on that. So the hourglass has come out on top.
Today's episode of the Nostalgia Test podcast is brought to you by Lithology Brewing, located at 211A Main Street in Farmingdale, New York. Please go to www.lithologybrewing.com for more information. That's LITHOLOGY brewing.com.
But like,
Do you have
man,
an honorable mention?
so I see in my head I had a few things that I'm like Possibly. But I'm going to just have an honorable mention of a thing that I felt like I was going to put in, but I was like, I don't know. But I have this on my desk right now at work, and it's bigger than this, but it doesn't matter. You'll get the idea of like, I guess what it is. All right. So right now I have the one of these on my desks.
What's that? You have a mini Etch-a-Sketch?
Yeah,
on your desk.
Holy nostalgia.
I don't have like the keychain Etch-a-Sketches. There's like one in between, and I have that, and I have it on my desk, and I think, and that's it. Just sits on my desk, and so every now and then I'll pick it up and play with it. But pretty cool, thing to have on your desk. Though can suck a lot of time if you're not scared, if you're not like aware of it.
But so can podcasts and like Instagram and TikTok.
Smeal.
So I think.
By the way, everyone, follow our podcast on Apple and Spotify and Podbean.
Smeal.
I wouldn't even call this a desk toy. This is actually just a fidget toy.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't have put this in this category.
Okay.
This is just like nostalgia. Like this deserved its own. Like,
well, this will probably
like to me, this goes like towards like nostalgic toys. This is an Essex. It's no matter that you got the mini version, like the iPad mini.
Yeah.
So you got the, like not the laptop size, but you got the medium size one.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. Yeah, I love that. Like that. Yeah. That's taking up some time.
Yeah. I was gonna say mouse pads because they're useless now, but
they're terrible.
I don't know. Like, but yeah. What Manny, what do you got for your
this is my
honorable mention?
Honorable mention. Here we go. It is the.
Oh my God! I was waiting for you to put this up. I'm like
wave
sitting
motion
there.
Machine.
I was waiting for you to. What is this,
bro? This thing, they come in so many different forms.
Yeah.
This is how you make one.
What?
The video that I'm showing you.
I was gonna say, like, this does not look like the one that I have seen where people like where it's
no,
like
this one says if like me and Dave wanted to build that bar.
Everything involved the locks.
Remember, we built the bar in Ithaca.
Oh yeah, you built the heaviest thing.
Thinking,
I don't know what that was. It was like 12 feet tall.
I know, it was crazy, dude.
Yeah, this
wave machine.
Now. I've seen these, and not only that, like I feel like also like when you go to the aquarium, right? They would have that thing where like the wave would come in, and like it's kind of the same thing. But this was so weird.
This is what you saw.
That's what I saw. The motorized one,
dude. They're huge. There's ones though, like they come in the little toys and like there's little droplets and stuff. But basically, you're just watching things. But this is like when I think about South Street Seaport, there was this one place that only sold these things. Like there's one that has penguin in it. There's a ship. Wow. There's a surfer, a dolphin.
The surfer one was so fun to watch because it never made it. The surfer always just got destroyed.
Got destroyed. And as a kid, you were like imagining like the surfer drowning. Like you're making a story in your head of the surfer.
And it had sound, right? Didn't it have like a sound, or did it just do it?
Some of them probably did.
They're so weird.
Like to me, this is like a different like lava. Look,
that's
the one with the surfer.
That is so funny. Please tell me there's a video for it.
There's a video.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Please. All right. HelloFresh. No one cares. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at it. There it is. Oh, he gets knocked out.
He never made it. He's like always sliding on his head.
Basically, you're just watching, like, if this was real life, imagine real life, though. This is like watching the perfect storm. Like, you're just like, the ship is not making it. No. Oh, it's Bart Simpson.
Yeah.
It's Bart. This one's the Simpsons one. All right. See, like, they even made this. This was so into culture that the Simpsons made one.
Yeah, you could just put anyone in it. You could put Batman in there. Who cares?
Who cares?
Look at it. It's like this person's trying
Teenage
to kill
Ninja Turtles.
Bart.
Yeah. Like, Bart's going to die.
Oh, my God.
And look at this thing.
But I'm mesmerized just by watching this video. It's like having a fish tank. Like, I don't understand the purpose.
That's because, like, humans just like to watch water. You know, like, Like, you live in California. I'm sure you go to the beach a lot.
Oh yeah,
So,
all the
like,
time.
Yeah, you just watch water like come back and forth. Like, this is what we watch. This is just like so repetitive. But for a second, I'm like relaxed watching it.
Yeah.
And it's a Simpsons one.
And I'm
which is
watching
hilarious.
tragedy.
Tragedy. Like, well, that's because you put. First of all, it's a toy.
Yeah.
That looks like Bart Simpson. None of that is really real. But yeah, we're watching what would be Bart Simpson being destroyed by a wave.
You know, when you said it's like the perfect storm, I remember that movie. It was just like, we all know how this ends, people. Like, there's no reason to watch this whole movie. Plus, how do we know any of these conversations happened on this boat?
Oh, it was all made up. It was all made up.
Loosely based on a true story. These guys are like, oh no. The conversations are probably way more horrible.
Dude, more horrible than what they were.
Yeah, than like heroic. It was probably more like,
No!
Mentos, the fresh maker.
I told you we should have left. You had to beat the market. You had to set the market.
Holy nostalgia.
That was a terrible story.
And that's a nostalgia test tangent.
All right. That was it, people. So here it is. Welcome to the one of the weirdest episodes. We could get into lava lamps. We could get into other things, but we didn't do that because that to me is not a desk.
you don't put that on your desk unless you're, I don't know, your job.
No,
is
that's like going
getting
against.
high.
That's like going against like black lamps and other things that we got to get into.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so honorable mention though. Does that beat the hourglass?
Oh God.
I mean, we basically watched that video and got really relaxed.
Damn.
Is that better than an hourglass?
I mean, I guess, you know what? I think I'm going to have to give it to the wave machine.
The thing about that though,
It takes up
Here's what I
so
gotta
much
say.
space. You need a
that's
gigantic
what I was gonna
desk.
say. And you hear the stupid like motor of the wave machine go like right? So that's the problem about the wave machine and why the hourglass still wins. Because none of this is relaxing. Watching the video was relaxing
On mute. It was great.
on mute. But again, that thing's taking up too much real estate. Someone's knocking into that thing. Now you got blue water everywhere, or whatever the base.
It's got to be oil, right? That's like oil.
Because that liquid is definitely denser than water.
Did
So,
you ever
like,
pick one of those up and just shake it?
Yes, just to try to make it. No, all you do is make it bubble.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're right. Like, I think like functionality to be on your desk, the hourglass wins because it's both clean, it's relaxing to watch, and it doesn't take up much space. Where the wave machine does all those things, but it's just like gigantic.
It's massive. Like the small ones are okay, but you don't get the visual relaxation unless you get the big wave machine.
Yeah. And who has time or fucking like room for that shit?
Apparently, they probably sold a lot. Like, we didn't do facts on this one. I'm sure if we did facts,
Dude,
you would find out like the sales of these things
There's
were
no-
probably crazy.
we don't need facts. I had some facts for the drinking bird, but I'm like, I'm not reading these. And like the thing was like, because I was like, what kind of facts do I need that some, maniac built this thing and then people are like putting this dirty thing into a glass of water?
And making so much money.
So much money, like Pet Rock.
It was like Pet Rock.
Yeah. So
Bird was so bad, dude.
yeah, the bird had no chance.
Fuck the bird.
Well,
All right.
Manny, we just traveled through one of the weirdest episodes of all
I don't
time.
know, and it was like very subdued. Like, I was relaxed, I gotta say.
Yeah. Because
It was
thinking
really
back on all
relaxing.
those, I was like, wow, like it was just time spent doing that. Now it's time spent staring at my phone. And it's like,
I
that's
now
bad.
have put like a timer on my phone.
Yeah, got to do something. Yeah.
It tells me that I've been on for more than an hour because you take up so much time.
Yeah.
But yeah, this took up a lot of time. So the hourglass is great because it's taking up time.
And it
watching
is time.
something that tells time.
You're watching time literally just go by.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Ooh, what happens with an hourglass too? Oh, I found an hourglass that has the water visualization in it. I gotta show you this.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. I know
This is great for like an audio medium.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Look at this thing. Look at that.
Oh, that thing. I remember that thing. It's like
Holy nostalgia.
that's probably where they got the idea for orbits.
Yes. Hourglass sensory visual stimulation timer.
Oh my God. But you're supposed to time yourself to do something. It's not going to go off. It's not going to make a sound. You're just
That's the thing.
You're just staring at it.
Because like if you like blink for a second, you're like, oh shit, did I miss?
Yeah, you're just staring. Yeah.
I need an alert.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God,
guys.
people.
Guys, thanks for hanging in there. Hope you put your Hourglass timer on while you're listening. I say Hourglass takes it all.
Yeah.
We all should have an Hourglass. It's a nice piece.
Yeah.
Go get yourself an Hourglass.
Yeah.
And watch some soap operas.
And we would love to know if you have something that you'd like to put up against the Hourglass to see if it knocks the Hourglass out of the number one position.
Yeah, what would it be?
Because put it in the comments of the episode. Hit us up on Instagram
and it has to be some. Hold on a second. Sorry to interrupt. But it has to be something that you would actually buy today, not like something that like, oh, this was great. Like, oh yeah, like we said, like we went through the wave machine. It's freaking awesome, but it takes up too much space. Like, what would you buy today?
Yeah. You can't just like say, like a TV or something. Like that's not. It's got to be something that's like an actual thing that goes on a desk. Like, and that's
it takes up real estate on a desk.
Yeah,
and it might be functioning and it might not be.
Right. Exactly.
But it's
Yeah, we want so the Hourglass is at the number one position so far. We want to know what you think can knock the Hourglass out of the number one. If you have something, drop it in the comments of this episode. Put it in, hit us up on Instagram at the Nostalgia Test or on Twitter at the Nostalgia Test. At Nostalgia. I don't know. I'm gonna drop all this.
Yeah,
later.
dude, that'd be great because you could then put it in our story where we do our polls, and we could put it in a verse.
That's what we need, right?
And be the ultimate bracket.
Absolutely.
Does the Hourglass stand the test of time?
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah, at the Nostalgia Test on Instagram and on Twitter at Nostalgia Test. Or you can email us your the thing you think is going to knock the Hourglass out, and we'll mention it on the next episode at the email us at the nostalgiatest@gmail.com. Manny.
Dude, Dan, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Hopefully by then we'll remember what it was like to do a podcast.
Yeah, this is the craziest one ever. All right, everyone. Peace.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter at Nostalgia Test and on Instagram at the Nostalgia Test. Tune in next time because you never know what pop culture will pop up on the Nostalgia Test.